Alright, this is the sound comparison between my PS3 Slim and Xbox 360. And we're going to start with the Slim here. And it has no game in it. And we're just going to turn it on and see what happens. Now the problem is my camera takes mini DV tape, so I don't know. I think that's the problem. It makes noise itself, and that's what I'm worried about. If you're not going to be able to hear anything. But right now it's on. I can barely hear anything myself, so I doubt you can. There's a slight rumble inside the system that you couldn't even hear if you were like 2 feet away. So that is then without a game. We will turn that off, and then we'll move on to the 360. Now, there is a game inside, but it should only start up for a second and then stop. So we'll turn this on. Okay. Alright, well you can definitely hear that. The fan is definitely a lot louder like this. So, all I'll do now is we'll test them both out playing games. So we'll be right back. Okay, well the problem here is that the fans usually have to be on for or the systems have to be on for a long time before they're fully powered up and, you know, really making as much noise as possible. So this test isn't going to be completely true, I'm sure, but I'm still going to see what happens. And the PS3, I don't have any games. I only have one, Burnout Paradise, on the hard drive, so I don't know if that's... I mean, I've played Blu-rays and stuff in the disc. You can't even hear the disc drive anyway, so I don't think that, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal if I don't have a game in here, because it's basically going to be the same thing. Even with a Blu-ray disc or anything spinning in there, the fan's usually always the same speed once it gets to high speed. So, we're starting up Burnout right now. Let's take a listen. Okay. So far it sounds just like when it didn't have a game in at all, when I just turned it on. And I'm going to cut until it gets fully powered up, or as far as I can get to in a short amount of time. Okay, well, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes now playing Burnout Paradise, and it has not... The fan has barely turned on. It's still the same as when I first turned it on. I'm not gonna wait any longer. You can't even hear the thing. I can assure you that I can't really explain. The fan spins. You can hear it. If it's far away, if like to the point where like if you're sitting on a couch, you'll never hear it. But it gets just a minorly loud. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just does. Actually, I hear it kicking in a little more. I think I'll maybe leave the PS3 on. I'll move it to the side, and then we'll do the 360 game test now. So I'll be right back with that then. Alright, so once again, I have Burnout Paradise in the disc tray. I have it installed to the hard drive though, so it'll only, it'll probably only start up for a few seconds and then stop. So, but I can tell you one thing, that the disc drive in the 360 is definitely more clunky than the PS3. It does create a lot of noise, and where the PS3, really can't even hear the disk drive, even though I don't have a game in there in the PS3. But so we'll start it up and we'll see what happens. And here we go. Oop, I can already hear it kicking up a little bit. Alright, and once again, I'll try to come back once it picks up a little bit. It always takes, a few minutes to actually get into full speed. Or probably more than that, so I don't know if I'll ever get any of these systems to kick in, but I'll be back. Okay, I let both my systems sit here for just a little while. They're still not up to full fan speed, actually. The PS3 might be. I can't hear it over the 360 though. So here's the 360, and I still don't know if you can hear any of this. This video might turn out to be pointless because my camera's recording sound. But here we go. Also keep in mind the 360 would be way louder with a disk drive, or with a game in the disk drive, whereas the PS3 would still, all you'd really still hear is the fan because the disk drive doesn't make any sound. So 360, still gaining fan speed, we'll just turn that off. It is taking its time turning off. Oh, there we go. Now let's go over to the PS3 and see if we can hear that. It's still been going since I turned it on before, and it's still on Burnout Paradise. I can feel a little heat. I can feel a little heat out of there, and I can faintly hear it. I don't know if you can. Too. I tell you, the PS3 is definitely way better. The sound test I just could not get. Oh, wow, here we go. Yeah, the PS3 is definitely at full blast now, which is next to nothing. And the 360 I don't think ever got up there, but it's definitely, much better. After you get playing for a long time, it makes a big difference. So that's about it. And there we go. Thanks.